If you've ever tried to do your own stock research as an individual investor, you know the feeling. It's like trying to drink from a fire hose, right? Well, today we're going to demystify a really powerful tool that's been helping investors cut through all that noise for decades. You know how it goes. You find a company you're excited about, and then bam, you're suddenly buried under this absolute mountain of data: PE ratios, earnings reports, analyst comments. It's so easy to feel completely lost and just wonder, where do I even start? But what if there was a structured guide, a system designed to bring some serious clarity to all that chaos? Well, a tool like that actually does exist, and it's called the Value Line Investment Survey. All right, so here's the game plan for this explainer. We're going to talk about why picking stocks is such a challenge, then I'll introduce you to Value Line as your guide. We'll decode its investor toolkit, really dig into its super important ranking system, and then wrap up with a crucial point. It's a tool, not a fortune teller. You know, the biggest hurdle for so many of us is just that sheer volume of information. Doing all the research yourself is incredibly time-consuming, and let's be honest, it can be pretty intimidating. The whole idea is to turn that wall of data into a clear path forward. And that's exactly where the Value Line Investment Survey comes into play. The best way to think about it is like a massive, perfectly organized library just for stocks. It gives you a solid framework so you can make informed decisions instead of just, throwing darts at a board. So what is this thing exactly? Well, it's a huge research service that covers around 1,700 US stocks. And to put that into perspective, that's a big enough slice of the market to represent about 90% of all US trading volume. It's got weekly updates, deep dive reports, and stock screeners. And it's designed to be useful whether you're a total beginner or a seasoned pro. Now, before you just jump right in, Value Line itself suggests a really important first step. You gotta read the manual. No, seriously, set aside a couple of hours. Start with the complete guide. It'll teach you their whole ranking system. And then check out the quick study guide to see how everything's organized. A little prep work here will save you a ton of confusion down the road, trust me. So, once you've got your bearings, you'll find that the heart of the system is really these two main research binders. They're basically your personal investment toolkit. So let's break down what each of them does. The easiest way to think about it is like this. Binder 1 gives you the what. It's all the raw data, the reports, the numbers, the facts on individual companies. Then, Binder 2 gives you the so what. This is the big picture context, the market commentary, and the expert opinions on strategy. If we dig into Binder 1, the summary and index section is basically your mission control. You can use its stock screens to hunt for companies that fit your specific goals. Maybe you want high dividend yields, for example. It also lets you compare any one stock against the whole market, which gives you some really valuable perspective. And this brings us to what really makes Value Line so incredibly useful, especially for newer investors: the ranking system. I like to think of it as a simple, clear-cut report card for every single stock they cover. The system is just beautifully simple. Every stock gets a rank on a scale from 1 to 5. A rank of 1 is the best. It's expected to outperform the others. A rank of 5 is the worst, expected to do pretty poorly. See? Nice and easy. So what are they actually ranking? Well, the first key score is for timeliness. This is a forward-looking rank that's all about a stock's expected performance over the next 6 to 12 months. So a 1 for timeliness means Value Line thinks it's probably going to do pretty well relatively soon. Next up, you've got safety. Now, this isn't about whether a company is going to go bankrupt or anything. It's a measure of its risk and how stable its price is compared to all the other stocks in their universe. So if you're a more conservative investor, you'll probably want to look for stocks with a safety rank of 1 or 2. And the third major one is the technical rank, which is more about short-term price momentum. But, the real power comes when you start combining these. For instance, imagine you search for stocks with a high safety rank of 1, but also a high timeliness rank of 1. What does that tell you? It points you towards companies that are both historically stable and expected to perform well in the near future. That's a potential sweet spot for a lot of investors. Okay, so you've got these powerful rankings to guide you, but we do need a quick reality check here. As impressive as this whole system is, it's a tool for analysis. It's not a magical crystal ball that can predict the future with 100% accuracy. And you know what? Value Line is actually really transparent about this. In their selection and opinion binder, they go over their own model portfolios, and they're totally open about which stock picks worked out and which ones didn't. It's a great reminder that even with the absolute best research, all investing comes with risk. Now for the big question, right? What does all this research and analysis actually cost? A 1-year subscription for either the print or the digital version will run you $598. But hold on, before you reach for your wallet, this might be the single best tip in this entire explainer. A lot of large public and university libraries subscribe to Value Line. That means you can often access this incredible resource, sometimes even the digital version, completely free just with your library card. So let's bring it all home. What are the key things to remember? 1. Value Line is a structured guide for your stock research. 2. Always start with the guides to learn the system. 3. Use that simple 1 to 5 ranking system to find stocks that fit your goals. 4. Remember, it's an amazing tool, but it is not a guarantee. And 5, and this is the big one, check your local library for free access. Ultimately, Value Line is a map. It's there to help you navigate the huge, sometimes confusing world of the stock market. It shows you landmarks, it suggests routes, it gives you warnings. But the journey, well, that's still yours to take. So the only question left is, now that you have the map, where are you going to explore first?